Up here, we got some parva babies. You can see them hiding in the background.
Nice. One of my favorites.
Babies. More Calitawa eggs.
Oh, Scott, you're my hero right now.
His sword and his top leer are almost identical in length. He just looks amazing.
Hey everybody, it's Dan, your friendly fishmonger at dansfish.com, and I'm here with Scotty, who is representing better than I am the company. Skipper Scotty is the username on YouTube for those that might be familiar. So I was here a year and a half ago and seen your fish room, but it was late and so we didn't have a lot of time. What I liked about your fish room is one of the cleanest, most organized fish rooms I've seen, and you were breeding a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And even though you at that time you had a whole bunch of angels in one tank, I remember the tank was clean and they looked healthy. So that tells me you know how to take care of your fish and your maintenance.
That's my pride.
Yeah. So let's see what Skipper Scotty has here.
We'll start over here because these fish are your fault. These are Limia perugiae.
Yeah!
I got a group from Greg Sage because you were out at the time. And I wanted them so bad, so I got a group.
Well, Greg's probably even better source than I am.
I started with 8. Now I have this tank full, a pond outside full, and a 40 breeder full. So
you're welcome.
They do well fast. I think they're awesome and beautiful. They're always moving. They're so fun to watch. Yeah, they're a fun live bearer. And they go off so much CO2 that just keeps spreading and spreading and spreading. Compared to this tank with guppies, which is equal light, the guppy grass is growing like crazy in that one.
I see what you're saying. So they're such an active fish.
Yeah, that they're producing
their
so
respiration.
much extra CO2 that this goes off. And I don't dose or do anything different between the two tanks.
You said you started with how many?
8.
And how long ago was that?
That was what, 6-7 months ago.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe 8 months.
What I love about them is their iridescence, and then you get that lemon yellow in the fins contrasted with the black.
Yeah, the males are just so
just
awesome to look at, and even the females have that sparkles on them. That they're so fun and they're so active.
Well, if you want a planted tank and don't want to do CO2, apparently you can get
a million of these.
Is there any specific thing you feed? What's your mix?
I feed them live baby brine. And then I have a powder that Stan Schubel used to make, and Tim Massot and his dad still make it, so I get it by the truckload from them. But most of the time, it's twice a day for these guys on baby brine, and they love it.
Yeah. Well, let's look at those guppies.
So these are Schubel full greens, which people might know the name Schubel.
Like the real Schubels?
This I got from the Massots too, yeah. So they kept the line going after he passed, and this is the line. Oh, wow. So you can see the green when the natural light or the flashlight hits them, and then when it's just the overhead light, they look kind of blue. But they're really nice green when this flashlight hits them. And I have a lot of tanks of these because this is the one guppy I try to show in the IFGA.
And keep Stan's legacy
going,
right?
Yeah, I have a group of Tim's. He mixed his full greens with Stan's full greens, so I have set in another tank those going as well. So I have them kind of everywhere to try to show. I guess we'll go down the little aisleway. We can start up top. These are rainbow fry from Albino Millenniums. I don't know if you can see those little guys. Here's more of the full greens. This is an all-male tank. So you can kind of see that there's the color split on some of them.
Oh yeah, they're really pretty. I think they're even beautiful that way though. I know you don't want it, but is that color or is that the actual finnage that's split? Oh, it's the color.
It's the color.
I see. You're just trying to breed that out or separate the males that have that.
The males that have
so you don't spread that in. Yeah. There's a lot of these fancy guppy strains that you have to have continual maintenance on them. Like it's not natural to have that perfect guppy, it takes a lot of work. The strain doesn't want to do that.
Up here, we got some parva babies. You can see them hiding in the background.
Nice group of Melanotamia parva.
Yeah.
Cool.
They get startled pretty easily.
Yeah, that's rainbows for you. But hey, they look healthy.
Yeah.
How old would you say these are?
The oldest one is a month and a half.
Month and a half, okay.
Yeah, the biggest one.
How do you like the Hamburg mattens?
I really love the matten filter. It makes scooping so much easier.
So for those that don't know, just real quick, we're talking about this style of sponge filter where it's a wall of sponge across the back with an uplift tube instead of like a little canister sponge filter like that one, which is what we typically have. So what do you find to be the advantage of the matten?
The matten, when you're on the bear tanks, if you're doing shrimp it's huge because they love grazing on it.
A lot of
And
surface area.
They're easy to catch, and then they can also climb back if you want to share fish with the tank with fish, so that the babies can get in the back, grow out, and then they'll come back out when they're adults. Since these guys are little, I'm going to be moving them a lot when they grow out and they grow and grow. So netting them is so much easier than having to pull out the regular sponge filter like I have to do. They can't go anywhere. They can't hide underneath it and behind it.
Yeah, the filter's literally just another wall.
Yeah. So it's nice.
All right, what's next?
Next we have Pineapple King Leartail.
Oh my gosh, look at this king.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
amazing. That's Papa.
Holy cow.
His sword and his top leer are almost identical in length. He just looks amazing.
The king has the extended dorsal on the first ray of the dorsal fin and the top ray of the caudal fin, and the ventrals are longer. Is that
Yes.
what I remember right?
And I got lucky with this male because most of them can't reproduce, but this male
Well,
can.
nice.
So those are his babies in there, and then I have more of his babies and a 40 breeder we'll get to.
Cool. More of the guppies.
Yeah, these are Tim's line, and I just kind of mix them. You can see the babies and everything. Here's more parva young that were hiding under the sponge filter, so I haven't been able to catch them yet, so I just gave up. So I just feed them a little separately.
I love it.
I guess we'll go down to this guy.
Okay.
These guys are real camera shy as well.
Oh, they were out earlier, but as soon as I brought up the
here.
phone.
No, they don't care.
The albino red empress, really nice looking.
Yeah, these I got from John Neiman's, the group, who's a cichlid god, basically, and they're awesome. And I think there's a couple females holding, but yeah. Here's dad and mom.
Oh, look at that!
Albino.
That's one of my
millenniums that we have
favorites. Just the brightness of the color on those albinos is crazy. The orange.
Oh, look, they're going crazy now. So I have a white Calvis and a gold head. Compressive.
How do you tell the difference between Calvis and compressiceps? Is
They're
there an easy
identical.
way?
That's a John question.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We'll save that.
I just love the white one. I think that's one of the prettiest Calvis there are.
With the white speckles on it like that. Yeah, that is really nice. So you were saying that these are a little harder, the babies. Do you think it's because sight issues?
Yes, their eyesight, so they don't go after the vinegar eel. So I have to top feed the dry food, and I'm using right now this Sarah fry food.
Yeah, let's get a look at that.
And here's more parva eggs, and then itty bitty ones you probably can't see on the camera. These are from Gary Lang, and they stay orange probably about 2 or 3 p.m.
Fire up in the morning
Fire
till
up
mid-afternoon.
for a long time, and they look great.
And then more parva?
This is
Calitawa
babies.
Please, yes.
More Calitawa babies and more Calitawa eggs.
Oh, Scott, you're my hero right now.
This tank is waiting for me to pull another mop because we'll get to the Calitawa tank and it's going to have a lot of eggs in it, I'm sure.
Cool.
Down below, we got more of these are Tim's green line and then super red bristlenose. And they breed red all the time.
Oh, yeah. When you look at the green guppies, can you just by looking see the difference between Tim and Stan's strains?
I haven't been able to figure out yet. Tim's bodies tend to be bigger, but they tend to be shorter. Think like a pencil, but they're not as long as Stan's. And the females, you can really tell the difference. Stan's females get gigantic.
So these are Tim's then?
Yes. Those
Just
are more
by
Tim's.
looking at the body, I'm thinking.
Yeah, and down in there, we have some 181 peppermint.
Oh, nice.
So we got some
I see a will. Babies with the spots. So cute.
Those and the Rio and Tensei that I haven't gotten from you yet. All right. Then we'll start here because this is the breeding group. These are Phoenicilis, star sapphires.
One of my favorites. Oh, and starting to get white specks on that one.
Yeah,
I can see it starting.
He's pretty young. He's growing a little too fast. The slower you grow him, the more specks get on him. But he is dominant as far as the food goes.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite haps of all time. Placidochromis phoenicilis. The secret to getting the most of the white flakes is grow them up slowly because those flakes develop at a certain point in their development. And if they grow too fast, then there's less time in that stage and they just don't grow as many. So I first saw that in Bob Allen's fish room, and he had a fully fired up male that had built the nest and was spawning. That's a pretty fish.
And then if we come further, here's all the babies from those breeding groups. So I have some Bosemani in there growing out too. They're Intinjos.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of star sapphires, as you can see.
Yeah, tons.
And these are not the albino red empress, but these are albino Taiwan reefs.
Okay, cool.
So they have normal eyes.
Did you breed the Synodontis?
I did not. I picked up the Synodontis just from Club, just because I love them, and they're so fun to watch.
Club's the way to get them too. They're
Yeah.
expensive in stores and stuff,
Yeah.
but you can get them from the Club for a
Guy
lot
that-
better price. Is it Lucipennis or Petricola or?
They're the Petricola, the
Okay.
smallest ones.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Then we're gonna back up, and this bad boy, probably the most expensive tank here.
Oh yeah, Montezuma.
These are a ton of Montezumas. I got some from Ross and some from Gary Lang.
Oh man.
And they have been going crazy and breeding like crazy.
Oh yes, look at the size of those swords and that nice rounded
and
dorsal.
they're so young still. I had no idea they were going to go crazy like this so soon. You know, they're notoriously slow growers. Since I put them all together, they've gone crazy.
For those who are wondering who this delightfully handsome man in the background is, that's Ross Freeman. I always find it's weird in videos where there's a random dude no one acknowledges they exist. So hi, Ross.
Yeah. So I'm going to get rid of the albino bristlenose. And then I'm got to sell everything in this tank down here so I can move the smaller fish down here so they have a little more freedom to grow and they're not being out competed for food. And so this tank is some parva. There's my baby pineapple kings.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of Limia perugiae.
Yep, you're welcome.
This is a holding tank.
Cool.
Okay.
I love seeing all those baby perugiae.
These are Melitonania dublii Kangaroo Creek.
Okay, cool.
When Gary spoke at our club, he brought eggs. I bought the eggs because these are these awesome like green and purplish fish when they grow big, and I probably had 50 eggs. So I like to give the breeding groups as much natural as I can.
What are the plants?
We got some Crip, the Tropica. These are purple Camboa. You can't tell the purple unless you look at the bottom of the leaves
it's
here.
underneath?
Yeah. I don't know if they'll look that way because I haven't been heavy iron yet.
Gotcha.
And then some red Rotala that I just took trimmings of the tank to the left.
So a lot of people try feeding crushed flake or baby brine shrimp and stuff to rainbows when they first hatch. What did you use on those Gary Lang rainbow eggs to get them going?
Vinegar eels and then the Sarah dry food. They get fed 4 times a day. So vinegar eel dry, until they can eat baby brine. And once they can eat baby brine, you drop the temperature and then bam, hit them with baby brine. You can do banana worms work really well if you have guppy grass. And it floats and they'll go after the worms on the guppy
Oh, that's
grass.
a neat trick.
That's a Gary Lang trick.
Yeah, there you go.
He is, a rainbow man. Right, and then my pride and joy is this.
Oh, yeah, I see why. Look at those. Look at those Calitawa.
Calitawa breeding group. There's the dominant male.
Oh,
right
man.
front. He loves to flare. Let's give him some worms, and you'll really see him flare.
Folks, if you want to see your rainbows fire up, often it's about feeding time. They'll get very excited. Oh, they're living large. Blackworms.
Yeah, since we're here in California, blackworms are cheap and easy for us.
Yeah, the farm's literally 2 hours away, 3 hours away.
For a long time we didn't have any, and this summer season, they keep them. Usually when it gets hot, we don't get them. They will breed like crazy with you feeding them blackworms.
Oh, I'm so glad to see tons of babies and a nice healthy breeding group, because this is one we've got to get established.
Yeah. You'll see one girl in there who just tried to jump and hurt her face real bad.
They'll do that. They'll jump or slam
Yeah.
into a side sometimes.
We've had some weird hot and cool days, so the temperature's been going up and down. And so I try to keep the tank cracked a little bit to keep the temperature down because I don't want it too hot for them.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have to feed way more, and they can take it probably up till like 82 and they'll be fine, but I don't want to keep it like that.
There was a discussion on Rainbow Fish Live a while ago about temperature and sex ratio on Calitawa specifically.
Yes.
So,
and that's something Gary taught me. As soon as your little guys can hit eat baby brine, you got to turn it down to 78. And if you don't turn it down to 78, the sex ratio is way out of whack. So you want to hatch them at 82. That's when the eggs hatch, and when they're tiny, you want them at 82, and you just feed until they can eat baby brine. And then you turn it down to 78, 76, and your ratio is more equivalent.
I really think this is going to be a nice dwarf species that'll fit in a lot of people's tanks.
Oh yeah.
The color's amazing.
This tank is way too big for him, but
oh, this is beautiful. What is that? A 125, 100
it's
gallon?
100 gallon.
100 gallon.
I wanted to be able to sit down, and the one place in the fish room that I took a lot of time in. There's one tank inside with some sips.
Yeah, you did a good job, man.
I tried to
This is
clean a little
beautiful.
bit, but I still see some of that hair algae. I had some amano shrimp in there, and they're doing wonderful work on the hair algae. The
And
only
the
problem
eggs.
is, yeah, they were doing wonderful work on the eggs too.
What's the plant? If we start at the left there and go across and show what the plants are.
Yeah, this is just on the wood here. There's a variety of boosts.
Oh, cool.
I love boosts. They're stupid easy. You don't need a lot of light or anything. Behind the boosts, you see more of the red rotala and some Italian val.
Okay.
More Italian val over there. I can't remember what this is called. These are just bronze crypts. Crypts are amazing. Then we have some normal rotala. More val. Val's going insane. The purple cambo over there. These are crypt lucens. And then at the bed is a crim.
Yeah, nice and crinkled.
Yeah, I love
the
that thing.
crinkled
That will
leaf.
get big and kind of go over the whole tank.
So awesome! Thanks for showing this. I love your fish room.
Being able to be out here in this garage is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I take every inch I can.
What is it that you enjoy most about doing this? About having this setup? Why do you do this, and why do you keep doing it?
For me, it's seeing how things change all the time. I like seeing how the plants grow in. I like seeing how the babies hatch and growing them up and knowing that I facilitated that. You know, and I've done it since I was a little kid. And yeah, I love it.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, we got it. There you go. See, way to represent. I'm so bad at my job. Hey everyone, it's Dan. If you want to learn more about aquarium fish, we do a live stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Dan's Fish YouTube channel. If you're in the market for aquarium fish, check us out at dansfish.com. We ship to the US and parts of Canada. And if you want something fishy to wear, we've got merch. Till next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.